And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Baylor Tigers. Go.
Herbert from the gun. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Ram.
A 28-yard gain. First down, A1.
Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Completes this one to Kraft. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Throwing now on 1st down. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. On that sideline, 2nd down coming up.
Smith on the coverage.
Hawk 70. Rattler. Trap 60. Riggs.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. It's a completion of Michael Pittman Jr. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer. Panther Street. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. Ready?
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Throwing it again here. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Hey, check that, street. Check go.
To the air, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
A big loss on the play.
Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Fourth and forever coming up. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick. Go, Rick. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he gets this forward to the 19. They come through with a massive gain there on fourth down, 24 yards, and it's a first down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
The drive picks up here, first and 10.
Go. Check Bobcat. Cowboy 80. Hut.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, smash Bronco.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 17.
17-yard line.
Brought in by Jake Ferguson. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points.
19 Tiger. Ready?
The handoff on third and short. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 59.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline.
Line.
Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, Kappa.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Baylor Tiger. 380.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Come on. Set. 19 Lion. Ready.
Throwing from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set. Buffalo 18. Go trap. Hurt. Ready.
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. He'll work it a couple yards past the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throw on 3rd down. Into a crowd and intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. He got hit as he tried to throw, and normally those linemen are the ones making that hit to affect the pass, Brock. It is so nice to see one of the big boys on the other end of the impact play getting the INT that time.
And couldn't you almost feel the thought bubbles coming off his helmet? Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. You don't get many chances to get an interception as a D lineman, and that ball seemed to be in the air forever for him, but he makes the play. His friends, his family are celebrating, and most importantly, his teammates right by him.
Score one for the big boys, baby. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They send the tight end in motion.
Trap 60, trap 60. Big lion. Check go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready, ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Panther Street. Here we go, here we go. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Check, hurt. And hurt.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Hurry.
Working quickly here.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hut.
Here he is on third and long. On the move, headed right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for not? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles looking at 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Street. 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Cougar 19. Hey, check that. Street. Cup 19.
4th down, they'll throw for it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ram.
Herbert from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Go.
Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Stays in the pocket. And he's tackled for a short gain. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Whoa. Ready?
Herbert now. Escapes the pocket. On the run right. Throwing. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. From the red zone now. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready? Go, Rig, go. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This finds Smith. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here we go, shot. Hey, smash Bronco.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Go, check. Go, check. Check, smash.
Putting a receiver in motion.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, Dragon 60. Check, go.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down.
59. Check.
Here's Herbert. Chased out to his right. Jeudy there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Check.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Get up!
He'll come out throwing. Taken in by Smith. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lion. Hurt. Go.
They're throwing it. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
2nd and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Chap 60. Chap 60. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it at the 7. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sean Murphy bunting in to pick it off. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
18, Pioneer. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
To throw here on 1st down. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort. Just couldn't quite find the execution.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
5-9.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He beams one deep right. Big gain downfield. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Saints can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick
That had just enough leg. It's over the crossbar and good. And the Saints tie this game 35 apiece. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Rig alert.
Man in motion here.
Tight. 19 tight. Street. Go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Cuff 19. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Got it. Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go! Go, Rig! Go! 79 Bronco! Ready?
Looking to the air here. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready?
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Set. Put.
Jacobs has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go. Set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Herbert from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a 31-yard play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Throwing now, Herbert. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Ray.
Herbert to throw once more. Throw complete to Lamb. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense up to the line fast. Herbert throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. That's complete to Pittman. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
That's the game of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Seven Pirates. Check.
Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. They're on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Let's go now.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Running back sent in motion.
Track at 60. Go track. Go track.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
19 Lions.
He'll throw it. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Go.
Back to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Running right is Bigsby. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ram. 12. Crowd right. 59.
He'll look to throw it. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt. He has it, and he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call, and now they're in line for the win. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Set. Buffalo 18. Bryant. Check go.
Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6.
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain and excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact my college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I rolled and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd of leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back with better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You